Hey everyone, so hopefully you guys already saw the full moon reading. If not, you can watch it after this, but I wanted to create a little video on a ritual to do for this full moon. And if you already listened to the reading, then you know that this full moon is all about our relationships and taking a look at the relationships that we have with ourselves and others and the world around us, as well as taking inventory of what we're ready to let go of as the new us emerges in this new earth that is being born. And so the ritual that I got from Spirit revolves around this. We'll be working with the fire and air elements. The sun is in Aries, which is a cardinal fire element, and the moon is in Libra, which is air. So we're using the fire to release into the air, into the ethers through the smoke, our full moon ritual. So I always begin a ritual by creating sacred space. Whatever we have to do to make sacred space. This is my ceremonial fire pit, and I go around and I light all the tiki torches around the ceremonial fire pit. I also make sure that's nice and clean, and I make sure that whatever I'm burning is clean. I'm not burning trash, I'm not burning waste or anything. This is, right now I'm burning Hollywood, Spanish moss, and some leaves throughout the yard that are mostly camphor leaves. So I'm burning clean, organic materials. They all have their own medicine. And when you're building your fire, allow your spirit guides to guide you and the nature spirits to guide you of what is being called for this particular fire or ritual or ceremony that you're doing, because each item that you burn has its own medicine and its own energy. So I make sure that I have my space nice and clean. I set sacred space. I have the correct ingredients for my fire, and then I set an invocation. And when I do an invocation, I call in all the reinforcements that I want to have with me for this ceremony. I call in the divine. I call in Mother and Father God. I call in my spirit guides, my ancestors on my mother's side and my ancestors on my father's side. I give thanks for them, for their love and their support. I call in the moon, the sun, the stars, Mother Earth, and my power animals. And you call in all the reinforcements that you would like to have for your ceremony, all the ascended masters, and you give thanks to them for their love and their support, and you give thanks for the healings and the blessings that are going to happen for your ritual. And so once I set an invocation, I also give an offering to the moon, and here is one of my last year's Korean Holly medicine bundle. So I offer this into the moon, and I thank her for being present, and I put this into the fire. And this always, whenever you do an offering, it changes the energy. So I offer this to the moon for her love and support for this ritual tonight, and I let it burn. And so for tonight, or for the ritual for this full moon on Saturday, you could do it Saturday, you could do it Sunday, you could do it Monday. You could do the moon rituals, I would suggest 3 days after, up to 3 days after the event. So either on the day of the lunation or up to 3 days after. I wouldn't do it beforehand because she hasn't reached her fullness yet. But once she's reached her fullness, you could do it up to 3 days after, which is going to be the most potent. And so we already spoke about what this ritual is all about. It's about what are we ready to let go. So I wrote on some cards, and I just came up with 3 examples for my own personal life. And I start out with, we got to clean our closet out first before we could put something new in there. So with that in mind, I wrote on the cards what I'm ready to let go of, and then what I call in place of. And I do this one at a time. I speak it out loud, and I speak it directly to the moon, and I use the fire as a transformational element to lift this up into the air, since we're working with the fire and air elements for this ritual. And so, without further ado, I leave behind the fear of the unknown. And I throw it into the fire. And the fire will take that and will raise it up into the sky for the cosmos to accept, for the divine to hear and to listen. And in place of that, I step into my power, my sovereignty. I understand there is a larger drama playing out across the world that is bigger than me. And I choose to consciously focus my power, my strength, and my free will to improve my personal life, my inner world, and my relationships with others. And I offer it into the fire to be sent to the divine. And then I go on to another thing I'm ready to let go of. I leave behind my inner victim and allow the fire to cleanse that from my being, allowing the smoke to cleanse you. And in place, I reclaim and call back my strength, my power, my magic, my medicine, my ancestral gifts from the thousands and millions of ancestors that have come before me in order for me to be here to succeed. I claim the birthright of my gifts, my divine abilities, and my ability to create a beautiful and fulfilling life for myself. Thank you. And I offer that into the fire. The last thing, I leave behind my distractions of meaninglessly scrolling through social media and watching TV and worrying about the future. I really don't watch TV. I don't have time to watch TV, but I can find myself worrying about the future or just wasting time on social media. I'm not getting anything accomplished, and there are times where there are times where we shouldn't be accomplishing anything. We need to be resting and relaxing and refocusing, but also using that time to relax and to refocus. And meaninglessly scrolling through social media is not relaxing and refocusing. So I leave this behind and I offer it into the fire to cleanse it from me. And in place, I stand in my power and give myself the necessary time to heal myself, to heal my ancestral traumas, to heal my emotional traumas, to heal the parts of me that are lacking strength and power, so that I am fully empowered and capable of creating the life of my dreams. I am capable of creating and doing anything I put my heart, soul, and energy to. Thank you. And I offer that into the fire. So that can go on and on for however many things that you would like to clear from your being and to bring in and to birth and to emerge within you. And this is a powerful full moon ritual that I do on a regular basis. I do this on many full moons. And, it doesn't have to be a fire outside. It could be... when I lived in the city and didn't have a yard, I would do it in a cauldron, and or you could do it with a tiki torch. And so it doesn't have to be outside. I'm lucky I'm in Florida, so it's nice and warm, and not always is the weather warm enough to do this. And you could do it as many times as you want till you feel like you've cleansed yourself of what you want to cleanse, and you've reclaimed what you like to be birthed and emerge within you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this ritual. I hope you guys have a great full moon ritual this weekend, and until next time, bye guys.